Hello everyone, welcome back to Resident Evil 5. We're switching it around this weekend because this is what I feel on doing. Resident Evil 4 will come tomorrow, and then Resident Evil 5 probably again on Saturday. Today we're doing stage, I think, 1-2 with Glasgow. We're picking up pretty much right where we left off. We didn't actually quit, I just cut it in, like, the third. I think we did 2 stages that day anyway. We're going to 1-2. And as soon as he's ready. This is the screen where you can obviously buy stuff. You can upgrade your weapons. I think I mentioned that earlier. You can set up your loadout so that you don't have to do it when you get into the level. Things of that nature. And buy new weapons once you find them in the game. And is there anything else? Sell the treasure that you find for extra money. And fun fact, if you want to get more ammo for your weapon, and you will want more ammo for your weapon at some point, you need to buy the equivalent of it. I can't read that from here because I'm about 5 feet away from the laptop screen on a... Anyway. You have to buy... If you wanted a handgun bullets, essentially you'd buy the cheapest handgun, and then you sell it. I think. That's what I've always done.
Roger that.
I'm going on ahead. We'll meet up there. Good luck.
And at this point, I think there's only like 2 barrels here that actually are full of something. There's this one, and then I think there's one down in the waterway, but not there. I think you have to go around the long way. But at the time, of course, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's back there, and you can't get here from there, so... Everywhere else is empty. Even if you left everything completely intact in the previous level, nothing's there anymore. I think it's so they didn't have one of those Resident Evil 4 moments I showed you last week on Resident Evil. Remember when I went through the village, it was like completely empty, and like it was just basically a free-for-all of whatever I wanted I got. I think they did that to try and stop stuff like that, because like it made the game a bit easy. They wanted you to go and look for stuff when you're in mortal danger, not when you're, you know... completely free to do what you want. I don't know, but I think that's what they wanted. Hopefully I don't know why I thought that was breakable. Hopefully I went down there. If not, okay, I did go down there. If not, I was gonna say, if not, we might lose out on like 100 gold. Oh no! Oh, it's actually 400 gold. Well, there you go. Always worth it to grab money in Resident Evil. Now, 1-2, I don't remember a lot about. 1-2 was... Oh, God, he's out of ammo. I probably should have gave him some. I don't think I ever did. Well, anyway. I don't remember what 1-2 was. Excuse me. I think 1-2 was the... Oh, I remember this now. Oh, apparently I did notice. I was just telling him to... pick up the ammo. This is probably one of my favorite levels as far as Resident Evil 5 goes, just because of the boss. It's not a hard boss, it's just kind of iconic. Yes, this is where they introduced that mechanic, where Chris is kind of the slowpoke, cannot really, he's not as agile, so he can just kind of force her up there. And now it's the Sheva's job. So I can't show you what Sheva's point of view is, because all I can show you is what it's like to be Chris. Chris, we just kind of gotta waltz our butt around, because we're not as agile. We just kind of find our own way. So that's what... She's not dead yet? Holy crap. I was gonna say, she should be dead after 2 melees. Oh well. I hear somebody behind me. Apparently I did not hear them at the time, though. Yeah, there he is. Oh, yes. Probably my favorite melee attack. It's so brutal. And that noise just makes me flinch every time I hear the neck crack. I love it. Well, I don't know about love it, but it's interesting.
Do you copy?
Yeah, there's an herb. I guess I decided to just pick it up. I guess I was kind of wondering, like... I was just looking at his inventory, I'm like, oh, there's a red and a white herb. A red and a green herb. I guess he didn't want to... I guess he wasn't quite used to the inventory system at that point. To be fair, I've been guilty of that myself, and I've been playing the game for a lot longer than he has. Like yesterday. I forgot that I had a red herb in my inventory, so it's not like I can call people out on that. Of course, I'm also the guy that if I have a green herb and I see my partner has a red herb, I'll actually request the red herb. You can do that, by the way, by hitting triangle, and then depending on who you are, right or left, and then going to their inventory. Maybe it's you have to L1 or R1 to open up your... I have it set to always show my partner's inventory. But yeah, you can go to their inventory and hit X and request either ammo, herbs. You can request a rocket launcher if you so desire it, if they have one. Now, that's no guarantee they'll actually do it. I mean, my circle of friends, they almost always do. I would if unless someone asked me for my Lighthawk, and I'd say, no. But, you know, most things I'll say, all right, whatever. All right, I forgot they... well, I know what's going to happen, but at the time I did not. I was like, I don't know where he's going or going to end up. I don't know what's going on here. I guess I'll just go forward. Oh, hi. How you doing? Oh, hi. By the way, uppercut is not exactly the best melee for Chris. It's not terrible. I think it does like 350 damage or something. But it's not really great. If you want to do most damage, you want to shoot him in the head, get the straight going, or shoot him in the leg and then go behind him for the next snap, which is an instant kill. But the other ones are really fun to watch, to be fair. So, you know, I don't fault people for doing that because they're very fun to watch. I like watching all the different melees. It's one of my favorite things in Resident Evil 5 is the melee system. I can go on it all day about my favorite things in Resident Evil 5 if you want. Okay, so we're waltzing our butt through the village. Not really sure. I don't really remember much about this, but I think we're supposed to go this way. Or were we? I still sometimes get lost. No, this is where we're supposed to go. I remember now. I love just the one shot, and then you just step on their head. It just curb stomp them. I love that. Sheva's is a lot more realistic as far as killing goes. I feel like her ground attack, because I think she actually, you might see it here. Nope, I stole it. Oh, well, there you go. She takes out her knife and then stabs them. And if you position yourself right, you stab them right through the chest, and it's just brutal. Takes a very long time, though, but it is brutal, and it's more realistic if someone would be killed than just a Though, to be fair, curb stomping would probably do some brain damage, but, you know, a knife through the rib cage, I gotta think that's probably more fatal. I think we're getting off topic here, but I do love the different finishing off animations. I love it. I think they introduced that in 4, though, but, yeah. I haven't played 4's Mercenaries. I have never played Resident Evil 4's Mercenaries. I feel ashamed of myself to say that, but I never have. Oh, now you want me to do that on my Resident Evil 4 playlist, don't you? Oh, I might do it. I might do her. We'll see. We'll see. The playlist is young, my friends. The playlist is young. Oh, that's a first aid spray. I'm just not picking up for some reason. What am I doing? I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just waiting for somebody. I think I was just waiting for him to go down there and finish looting the place. God knows what I was doing. Good lord. Pick it up or don't. Oh, I was waiting for him to pick it up. That's what I was doing. Because I already had 2 healing things. Excuse me. But yeah, I think as soon as you... Well, there you go. I was going to say, I think as soon as you pick that up, they start coming in here. By the way, if you did not know, there's a lot of invulnerability frames in Resident Evil 5. It's really nice if you start taking advantage of them. They include when you're in a melee stance, like if you're like in the middle of a square action, or I think if you are picking something up, you're invincible. If you are also a good thing to do, which I'm not doing on this playthrough, I'll just tell you now, is inventory reloading. It's really easy. I was trying to... Oh, this is the time I forgot that that the treasures were shared. For some reason, I thought if one person picked them up, they only got the treasure. It's been a long time since I played 5. I'm sorry. That was a misguided altruism going on there. Oh, that's just the way back. Misguided altruism. Funny, but not really useful. I think this is where we just were. But, yeah, that's where we need to go. Oh, hi.
Help!
I can't think of anything funny to say about that. There's nothing funny to say about that. Yeah. Anyway, I think the shotgun's in there. It is. This is where I would become a bit of a selfish douche. I love the shotgun. As soon as I see a shotgun, I have to have the shotgun. I'm sorry. I just that's my jam. My shotgun is my shotgun. But that's one of the more selfish moments you'll ever see in this Resident Evil 5 playlist. To be fair, though, shotguns, the Ithaca, which is not shotgun, is a pump action, so it can actually get you in more shit than it can actually help you at times if you don't know how to use it very well. Because that extra... that takes a while in the middle of combat when you have, like... I don't want to call them ganados, but I mean, they basically... The plagas are just kind of, 2 feet from you. I thought you might be able to climb up there, by the way. You can't. But yeah, that thing can really screw you over. If you don't fire at the right times, if you just fire hickledy-pickledy. I don't know why I have my shotgun out, but I don't think that's warranted here. We'll see. Oh, actually it is.
Hey, what's wrong? Be careful. They may still be here.
I don't think they would have just left without a reason.
Okay.
Exactly. That's a face a mother could not even love right there. Boy, you got real ugly real quick. Also, fun fact for a lot of people who apparently don't know, that's the reason I said the shotgun's probably warranted here. You don't want those things getting near you. I don't think they're as bad as 4 or 4. I think they used to be able to just decapitate you off the bat. I don't think they do that in 5. At least I don't think I've ever seen it happen in 5. But, yeah, those just do a little bit of damage. And can just make getting around hell, because if you try and walk past them, they just clip you, and it's just annoying. They're only dangerous if you have, like, one of those and something really bad otherwise, but they're not that bad by themselves. I forgot what I was going to say, or what I was saying before. I hate when that happens. I always feel like such a dumbass when that happens. It's like, how do you forget what you were just saying? I don't know. I don't think this is a good plan here, Barok. Oh, I managed to do it somehow. Stomp on him. Oh. Just knife him, man. Hey, he saves on ammo in the early parts of the game. That's not bad. And plus, it gives you melee opportunities. Alright. And some more dudes are coming down to play. A lot more dudes are coming down to play. Yeah, I realized that was not just going to happen. I was almost screwed from the get-go in that one. Get the shotgun out. Well, actually, I guess that's probably not a good thing. Screw it. Let's just take care of them. I've gotten tired of dealing with it. A little bit of a waste of shells, though. I'm not going to lie. That was a little bit of a waste of shells. To be fair, though, shotgun doesn't really matter if you use a lot of shotgun shells in things in the campaign, except that you'll be without them in, next battles. Other than that, though, it's not like Mercenaries where using a shotgun a lot is kind of a detriment. That's a whole other video. I hate when it feels like a whole nother. It's not a word. Nother. A whole other video, but they have their place in Mercenaries. But we're not talking about Mercenaries right now. We're talking about campaign. Going through this. I didn't even look around for treasure. I'm notorious for that. My partner's usually the ones that go, dude, maybe we should look around first. It's always been that way. So I'm not proud of that. I'm the vanguard. I'm the guy that walks up in the front while the other person stands behind me usually in 5. Someone's having a fun day, I hear. This ought to be a fun. You could tell I was nervous. I hear that guy scream, out comes the shotgun. You can usually tell when I'm nervous in Resident Evil 5 because the shotgun comes out, son. That's when it comes out. If I'm feeling calm, the handgun's probably out. If I'm nervous, the big gun comes out. Anyway, now that I've reiterated that 3 times, not once or twice, 3 times, because it's that important, let's get going. Also, that black stuff, I think you can, like, black goo, I think you can investigate that, but I didn't do it because I've already did that hundreds of times before. I had forgot about that, though. That, apparently, Glasgow is a little less trusting than I am. I just walked right past a breakable box because I don't give a shit, apparently, or I didn't notice it. But I noticed enough to shoot the bird. That's the important part, man. That's the important one. And the barrel, screw that barrel over on the right. Like, I was trying to jump back down. I wasn't trying to be a douche before anybody says that. I was trying to go, I want to go back down. And he just goes, no, and just kicks it down. It's just like, oh.
Come on!
Come on. Come on, man. To be fair, though, I think you can jump down from here. Why you can't? I don't think you can climb down a ladder in Resident Evil 5. And by the way, you should never just do this. Yeah, you should go over there. Yeah, that's pretty important. That's a lot of money over there. Well, I guess it's not a lot of money, but it is money. And money's short in the beginning, so you really want to do that.
What the hell happened in here?
I'm gonna guess a lot of people died. Oh yeah, I was right. What do I win? I mean, that's a fairly safe guess in any Resident Evil game, to be fair.
Hey, who did this?
Something attacked us. Irving. He got away. It was a setup.
A setup? What is this?
It's data regarding the deal. I downloaded it from their computer. Oh, you gotta get it to HQ.
Hey. Hey, hang in there.
Come on, guy I heard over the radio. Don't die on me.
I saw someone, but they ran away.
Nice camera angle.
Kirk, do you copy? We got the data, but Alpha Team is down. Irving got away.
Roger. Relay the data from the vehicle at the storage facility.
Copy that.
Yeah, he's seriously just like a voice. On the radio, we never actually saw him before, so I'm not sure what emotional impact that was supposed to have on us. But at least he died doing his job pretty well. Even if he died, but, hey, at least he tried. That's more than I can say for some people in Resident Evil. I don't think there's any more in here. It's a pretty sparse room. I think there's like 2 boxes and that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, we're getting close to a boss fight, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a fun one. Not as much on normal. For the record, my very first Resident Evil 5 game was on Veteran. Oh, it was a shit show. We died so many times. I didn't even think about it. This is on normal. If I'd remembered, this would have been on Veteran. Just to really capture that again, but I completely forgot about it until after my second playthrough of 5 here recently. I just unlocked, me and Conceived Sour just unlocked Professional. I'd be more than happy to help, to go with Glasgow now and you know, go with him when he unlocks Professional. But so far, he's been playing Kingdom Hearts 2 a lot, or Kingdom Hearts something. Probably a great game, I'm just not into Kingdom Hearts anymore, but... Hey man, when you're ready for some Resident Evil, I'm always here. Resident Evil 5, anyway. Does 4 have online mercenaries? If 4 has online mercenaries, good God. That's gonna drain so much more time. From me. Because, I cannot imagine a game from that era has online multiplayer for mercenaries, but if it does, that'd be fucking sweet. But I don't think it does. I think it might have split screen, but to be fair, I never played the mercenaries in 4, so I don't really know that. Oh yes, does this bring back memories, gentlemen? And I say gentlemen because 98% of my YouTube audience is male, so I'm going to cater to the biggest denominator here because I'm not dumb. But I guess I'll say for the ladies too. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the key I forgot we needed. Even though I just looked at the door and said it's locked. Also, this is one of those bosses where if you kill it in the way that you're supposed to, or rather the way that's kind of implied is supposed to be the way, you don't get any treasure. So it's kind of asinine that way. But if you do it the way you're not supposed to, you get treasure. It's one of those bosses. Or, well, at least it seems like that. But, I mean, it makes sense in a way from a lore perspective as to why you don't get paid. You can tell I'm nervous again because I know it's coming. Here we go. It couldn't be so simple, could it? I mean, just put it in the... Oh, hell.
What the hell is that?
I think that's what got Alpha Team.
The game even gives you a hint. Numbnuts, don't fight it here. We put you in this hallway for a very good reason. Now, these tanks, I misremembered how you're supposed to use those tanks. You can use those tanks on the side of the room, and what you're supposed to do is knock them over way before it gets anywhere near those tanks. You'll notice that I don't do that. But this is the way you want to do it if you want to do it the right way. For some reason, I thought you had to do this, like, right then. I don't know why. He just kind of let me do it. But, yeah, you can knock those down without it being the end of the world. But yeah, if you want to do it the normal way, without using the incinerator, this is the way you want to do it. Well, maybe not that in particular, but you want to hit the orange parts when it's down. And if that's not optimal, then you want to use the incinerator over here. Well, I was trying to say, hey, come on over here. And then I realized, shit, Glasgow's also over here, and I want to heal him, so... So I'm like, okay, we'll just make another round of it, apparently, because... we both kind of we miscommunicated. So I'm like, okay, I'll just kind of like sit here. You go after him, and we'll all get along great. Unfortunately, the best laid plans of mice and men rarely go according to plan. And he just kind of said, no, I think I'm going to go after the big burly muscular guy. That's just standing conspicuously like right there. So so now Glasgow goes, okay, plans changed. Let's go this way then. By the way, standing in this room is completely unnerving for me. It is completely unnerving standing in this. I've been caught in this online before when the lights went off. I've been caught in there and died. It's very scary if you don't trust your partner as when to push the button. Of course, to be fair, you can also roll under the door when it's half empty, when it's half shut. So it does. I mean, they do give you an out, but if it's too far down, you cannot get out, and you just have to watch yourself die. So yeah, that's was that the first boss? Was that the first boss? No, the Executioner was the first boss, but this is the first real required boss. But yeah, if you kill it in the incinerator, you don't get that treasure because it got incinerated. It makes sense. If you kill it with gunfire, however, you do get treasure. Just a fun fact out there. So, which I guess makes sense. You do it the harder way, you get treasure. You do it the easier way, you get nothing. It doesn't mean I like it, it just makes sense. Urgh. I have to do that noise at least once a video. It's like my trademark now, the urgh, when you do something physical. I always found that hilarious when Halloween did that. When he did something like very funny. Or when he did something really physically tiring, he just went, urgh. Anyway. Off to the elevator we go. I think this is the end of the level, actually, aside from a few cutscenes. Don't really remember, though. I think it is. I think we just go out to the Jeep and go, oh, found it! I mean, that's not really a spoiler. It's gonna happen in like a minute, so it's not too much of a spoiler. For anybody wondering, I think we're supposed to be relaying those things to HQ using the laptop here, using the Wi-Fi that's mysteriously here for no real reason. So I think that's the reason we have to do this, in case anyone's wondering what the story is, I think.
Let's go.
Got it.
What was that thing?
A BOW that scumbag Irving left behind to set us up. Considering what it did to Alpha Team, I think we're lucky to still be breathing.
If only we could have gotten there sooner.
If we had, we'd probably be dead too.
Chris the realist.
Chris to HQ, do you copy?
This is HQ. Excellent work out there. We'll analyze the data immediately.
This whole town's gone to hell. The people here, they're acting like those Ganado detailed in the Kennedy report. And aside from that, there's something new, something we've never encountered before.
Our transportation has been taken out too. Requesting a mission update.
The mission stands. Capturing Irving is your top priority. We believe he may have fled to the mines on the other side of the train station.
Wait, we're the only two left. You want us to go in there alone?
Delta team have been dispatched and are on their way. They'll assist you in locating and apprehending Irving.
But wait, we
I
can't!
repeat, your mission stands. We can't afford to let him get away. Proceed to the mines beyond the station. Over and out.
This is insane!
You ever get the feeling you're expendable?
What a response to that. She just looks at him like, damn it, he's right. And I know he's right. And that's it for 1-2. Next time, I think we're going to either was a 1-3 or 2-1. I don't remember how many stages are in stage 1 or chapter 1. Anyway, that's what's going to be next time, everyone. Hopefully, we'll see you there. Until next time, everybody. Until next time.